Vale, sí, Blender.
Thank you!
Hi, Tinjico. Thank you for the harmony and the rose. Appreciate it. Hmm. Oh, stupid. Hmm. I just felt these strategist rated players to not talk to me because I never knew them. Damn, bro. You forgot your level very quickly. That's okay though. I like it. Mm. d7, I think. Mm-hmm. Is that mate? Yeah, very close to mate. I think, yeah, it's force mate.
Ooh. Okay, check.
H2. Mm. I don't really. If it is queen takes or bishop takes. If I play queen takes.
King H1. H3.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where's the knight g6? Got mate on fa. Come on, Matt, check them bishop. I'm sorry, Pierre. Sorry for taking too long. Sleep, lamb, no more chats. Why? It's like 7 p.m. right here. It's too early. I usually go to bed at 3 a.m. We have a lot of hours ahead of us. Okay, so queen a5, knight c3, d4. Seems very straightforward. So I guess we play that. Lamb Galaxy for tourney is unfair. I know. I know it is. But I could also argue that it's unfair for people to have power over the stream. I don't know what to play. Try to push this.
Thank you!
Just go king here, right? If it goes here, I go here. If it goes there, mate. But you can't make progress. Stalemate? No. So rook takes a bank, king takes. Hey, thank you, Miriam, for the harmony. Appreciate it. And Tinjigo for the go popular. So yeah, I think it's rook takes fa. And then queen f3. So we can play queen a8. Can I take the knight? Feels like I could. Why not just taking the knight? It looks so simple. It looks too simple. But I guess it's correct, like... Damn, bro, I'm getting traumatized by these puzzles. Okay, so we have a check. Maybe knight h4. I don't like it. What am I trying to do here? I don't see it. So queen d1, king g2. Knight e3 feels dumb. Knight h4 doesn't do anything, it seems. So what are we trying to do? What about rook takes, queen takes, rook e8? Maybe something like that, but it's still very... I'm not convinced by it. What if he goes queen d3? Have rook e1 check, king g2, and then maybe queen c6, f3, knight e3, king f2, check again. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. What do you have, Chad? Do you have the solution? Knight h4. Take, check, knight h4. Yeah, but I'm not convinced. 96. I don't understand 96 either. Why 96? Oh. Queen d1, king g2. Queen d1, king g2, and then what? Protects rook and attacks queen. Yeah, but after queen e3, you're just blocking your own queen as well, so... It doesn't seem to be winning. Take on rook e8. Yeah, so that variation, I sort of like it. But after queen d3, what do we do? Queen d3, we have a check on e1, and maybe a check on c6. And if he plays f3, I get a bit lost after f3. If he plays f3, I don't know what to do. Queen check, then knight check, then free rook. Where is the knight check that allows you to get a free rook? Because I don't see it. Tower swap. Yeah, but I don't get it either. It's very hard to win. If he plays f3, I don't really see anything. Bishop a3, it's black's turn. We're black. Take rook e8, then if queen d3, knight h4. But it's no check. There is no check right there. Ah, but wait. I see your point. If it takes my queen... Ah, but he takes my queen with check. That's the problem. It's not a bad idea, though. Is it queen d3, knight h4? It's sort of dangerous. But he takes the queen with check. And that's why white is going to be fine. f5, d6. Oh, you think knight d6? It doesn't do much. Take the rook. Yeah, I take the rook. Queen takes. And then we play... Ah, wait. He doesn't have queen d3 because he took the rook. So I was miscalculating this. So takes. Queen takes the e5. Rook e8. And then he doesn't have this either. That's actually way more promising, maybe. Alright, so where does the queen go? So the queen can go to f4. If it goes to f4, I have a check here. Queen c6. f3. But then I have maybe knight here. Knight e3. If bishop takes, I take the rook. Is that even winning? Maybe. Okay, but now I think that rook takes, it's simply really forcing. But I don't see how to continue after rook takes. Queen takes, rook e8, queen f4, rook check, king g2, queen c6. Something like that, I guess. But he can go to, he can play f3. No, if he plays f3, I have rook e2. Rook e2. King f1. They're still fine, I guess. King f1. Maybe I have a check on d5 instead of queen c6. So the check on d5 is a bit more promising. Check on d5. King h3 maybe. He plays king h3. Alright, but this has to be correct, I think. Alright, so now we win the other rook. And there was a checkmate that I didn't even see, bro. I didn't see how to continue this. But I guess we don't have to. Can we have a look at that? I couldn't figure it out. What is the winning move? Yeah, okay, so imagine he goes to queen f4, right? So, takes, rook here. Let's just say that he plays queen f4. How do we win this? Rook e1, king g2, and then we have...
Thank you!
Also, it wasn't easy to find. So the correct move here... Well, it's also queen's... there are many good winning up moves. But the strongest one is queen c6. Queen c6? No, the best move is queen d1. Queen d1. And I guess that the idea is to play this check and then queen f1 and then king g4. But it's so hard. There is no checkmate, first of all. So he has to play. The best move for white is h4. And then we play... Oh, this makes no sense. Now queen d5. If he goes f3, we play queen d1. And if queen d1 is played, he goes check. I guess that knight goes back. And we win this like that, I guess. I mean, we have bishop a6. I mean, we have forced checkmate, right? Is that the whole thing? So they play king h3. But what if they play something else? Okay, let's just go a4. So we have queen takes c2, h3, and then we have this check. No, rook h1. Rook h1, king g4, and mate on f5. Okay, so that's one way to end it. The other option is that white can go just giving losing moves. Bishop h6. That's the other alternative. So we have queen c2 again. But now we don't have the check on h1. So king h3. And we had to play f5. So if he's gonna block or go up. If he goes up, rook e2, king g1, and then just king takes a6. So there is no checkmate in this line, but you're winning. You're up a knight, and you have a very good attack. That's queen f4 trying to trade, and then after takes. It's a winning endgame. It wasn't an easy puzzle. You had to find queen d1 and make it work with queen d5. So this check, and then you gotta find queen c6. And then after he goes f3, I didn't know what to do after f3 each play. But the engine says that this infiltration is completely winning. But you gotta, you're threatening queen g1. Okay, king h3. So you have to see all of this. And then queen f2 is winning. No, that is some crazy chess. Rook e2 is better. Even the engine is like calculating the lines again and again. So you can see that it wasn't easy. Yeah. Crazy puzzle. Alright. And it was only 39. It shouldn't be that hard. Okay, so we have queen d3. That seems to be winning. Alright, so I could take. After rook takes, I had to play queen d4. It looks very... Maybe queen f6 is better. Ah, yes, queen f6 because it is a double attack on the bishop and the rook. So we take, and we go queen f6. Hey, Patrick, thank you for the harming. Appreciate it. Okay, so we have g4. I guess we should push. g4 makes sense. If he pushes himself, I guess we can get the king closer. If he tries to stop my pawns, I think he's too slow for it. So we have g4, g3, g2. So g4, c5. What if he plays b6? If he goes b6, I have king d7. b7. And we go king c7. And you can't stop my pawns, can you? Yeah, g4 should be winning.
And Siofik Mubarak.
And then we go g3. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Mubarak. And now we just stop the pawn like that. Okay. So knight f6 comes to mind. Does it work? Oh, I'm getting mated though, so we gotta be careful. Gotta be careful with the mate. Maybe knight h6. Knight h6, check. Pawn takes, queen g6, check. King fa, takes. King here, check again. Meh. Wait, we still have like something like this maybe. He can sack the rook. I mean, pawn here takes and then rook takes. So probably no. But I think knight takes has to be play. And maybe rook f3, rook g3 as an alternative also, and it blocks the checkmate threat for a turn. And then we can play rook g3 probably with check. So it is sort of promising. But first of all, we gotta open the king. There's gotta be a difference between knight f6 and knight h6. We had to find that. We need to find that first. What's the difference? If I play knight f6, pawn takes, queen g6, king fa, king h8. Knight f6 seems okay, I guess. If I go knight a6, he doesn't have this move because I have a checkmate on f7. So knight a6 is a bit more forcing. And that's the type of things that we are looking for, forcing moves. Because there's an option here that if I take, he can go king h8. And if he plays king h8, I'm getting mated and then my knight is hanging. So based on that, I think knight a6 is correct. Because he forces the king to, he forces pawn takes. And if he goes to fa, it's checkmate. And if he goes in any of these squares, we have a discover attack and probably a crushing move there, or a crushing combination. So knight a6 is the move that we should play. And then maybe something like rook f3. Alright, so I wonder if you should play rook f3 right now, or maybe queen g6. Queen g6 stops the checkmate threat, but it's also check, and he forces either king fa or king h6. Sorry, king h8. If he goes king h8, I can still play another check, and then go back to g6, and maybe even taking on f6 is available. So yeah, queen g6 seems very natural. I don't see why I shouldn't play it. So queen g6, and then maybe rook f3 after, or not. I mean, he doesn't have rook g8 because I have checkmate on h6. But I guess it depends on where he goes. So yeah, queen g6. So he goes to fa. So if I take on a6, he goes to e7. He's gonna be fine after that, I guess. He's gonna run away like this. And then maybe not. Let me see. So I take. He can also go here. Check again. He goes up. I have another check. It's still very murky because of this. You just play f7, fa all the time. And I don't have time to get my pieces on time. Because I still have to cover the checkmate threat. So this seems incorrect. Now, if I play king f6, then... Sorry, queen f6. King g8 is force. That's a good thing. Every time you see a force move, you should play that line. King g8 is force. And then we have rook f3. The rook lift is very strong, I guess. If he goes king fa, he's getting checkmated with rook g3. Sorry, if he goes rook fa, he's getting checkmated with rook g3. So he has to play something like this. But still, this is also very, very strong. Again. And king h8 is not available because the queen is on f6. It seems completely winning. The only problem could be king h7. If he goes to h7, I have a mate on g7. Okay, I'm taking on f6. Maybe a bit over-calculating there. It wasn't that difficult maybe for people in the chat. But I'm trying to make sure that I don't blunder.
Rayan.
I'm trying to make sure that I don't get a blunder. Thank you, Ryan, for the follow. J8 takes and rook f3. Yeah, that was basically it. Okay. At least we understood that one very well in comparison to the previous one, because the previous one was like crazy chess. Alright, so rook d7 comes to mine. King h6. And then maybe I can play rook c7, threatening mate on h7. So the king is forced to go to h5. If he plays king h5, what do we have there?
The rook d7. No, I don't like it.
How do we make this work? Rook d7, king h6. Rook c7, king h5. So if the king goes to h5, I take king g4. I have a check on e7. The check on e7 wins the exchange minimum. But I think we should go for more. So because yeah, if I play bishop d7, he has rook f5. If he plays rook f5, how do we win that? After rook f5. I could play king g2. King g2 with ideas of playing f3. So we do not take the rook. But he can play... No, he doesn't. He doesn't have anything. Okay, I think that's checkmate. If I go king g2. But we do need bishop here, so he plays rook f5. So the king is blocked by his own... by the pawn and the rook. While being here. So then we can play this move. And that should be winning. Alright, let's go for it. I mean... It's really forcing, I feel. I feel like it's very forcing. So now rook c7. Do I have time for it? What if he goes give check? If I give us a check, he's just helping me. King g2 and then the checkmate is gonna be easier. So yeah, rook c7. He can't defend this. He has to go h5. Yeah, this is... It looks crushing. Oh, I didn't see this. Also, his idea is to go to g5. I didn't see this move. I only consider king h5. So now I had to recalculate. So if I take, it's gonna go g5. If king g5 is playing, I have a check on c5, but it doesn't do much. It doesn't really do much. So we gotta find something else, I guess. Maybe f4? I don't think it works. f4 he has en passant. So it takes... Maybe we have a discover attack. But how? I don't see it. So we take on h7, king g5. And after the king is on g5, what do we do? I have queens, rook c5. He plays f7. f7 is the only move. Well, maybe I can use that. That f7 is the only move. You can play rook c6. But then he just goes back to g5. Damn it, bro. I can't find it. So rook h7, king g5. Does anyone have it? You're overthinking? Yeah, but that's the point also. I think f4 and takes is a mating net, right? It's just that f4 is guarded by the pawn on g4 and the rook. So if there is a mating net, I can't see it so clearly. But after king g5, rook c5, it forces f6. f6 is the only move. But then, after that, I don't see how to continue. If the king is on f6, maybe e4? Nah, e4 does nothing. What am I saying? Damn it, bro. I can't find it. So maybe it's not rook c5. So takes king g5. If rook c5 is not really giving me a checkmate net, why don't we play then? I don't see it. Pawn e3, then pawn f4. Yeah, you want f4, right? But f4 is not even checkmate. If you want to play, we have to play it now. I'm gonna play pawn e3 right now. But then he I don't see it. Rook in the H file. Rook in H and F files, and then checkmate with pawn. Ah, we have the check on F, but no, we don't. No, because the king is on G5. But you want to play Rook F7, right? And then F4. The problem with F4, chat, is en passant. It has en passant, and then after pawn takes, we might be able to have it there. We can play F4. But then en passant frees this square, right, would be available for black. So he has this. So he's not even winning. Okay. So what do we have? We have rook takes pawn, check, then f4 check, then he takes, you take, and maybe there is mate there. Yeah, but we're not here for maybes. We're here to find the whole thing. I don't want to play a variation just because of a maybe. We're gonna find the mating net. Yeah, so rook h7, king g5. So people are saying that f4 is a move, but I don't see how you can make it work. Because if f4 is play, he can just do this, and after pawn takes, he does have an extra tempo. So things such as this are working maybe. But I guess we should play it anyways, right? f4, en passant, and then f3 check. Sorry, f3, pawn takes. And what are we threatening exactly? Like, it's not even clear what we're threatening, like. There's not even a checkmate because the king is on g5. The rook is on h7. King on g5. So what are we trying to do with f4? Rook c5 after king f6. If king f6, I don't really see anything. Yeah, I don't have it clear. Read my message. I'm reading. What did you say? You have to be very concrete though, because people are claiming moves, but they just don't really have a good follow-up. F4 pawn takes. Pawn takes. You want to play f4 now. Pawn takes. Rook takes. Bishop f4 again? Bishop f4, how? Where the fuck is bishop f4? When is it a move? I can't play bishop f4. He's a light square bishop. Rook takes bishop. I got lost. Can you move the stickers? Sorry, let me read that. Can you move the stickers covering the last 3 files? Yes, I mean you can minimize it. There is an option for you to minimize the thing. You can minimize it. Just click on it and you can minimize it. Just go rook h7. Yeah, we know that much. King g5. You might have to do rook c5 and try to force the king on a light square. Yeah, but after the king goes to f6, what's the plan? Rook h7, then rook d5. So rook h7, and then it teleports to d5. Queen f4. I wish I had a queen. It would be easier. f4 pawn capture. Retake. Then they captured your bishop. It's not a forcing move to capture the bishop. Rook h7, rook f7. It feels too slow to play rook f7. Maybe he has to go f4, right? But it just doesn't work. It has en passant. And then that's a free square for the king. It's rook h7, then rook c5. Not just mate. Yeah, king f6, and then we pray. We go f4 and then en passant. Someone is saying that they will take the bishop, but it's not really forcing. Why would they take the bishop? Then we play f4 and he has g5. I don't see it. Why don't you just mate him with the knight on f6? Alright, so many people are trolling already. So let's just take on h7. And now here, some people were saying that we should play. But yeah, Spencer was wrong already because Spencer was claiming that f4 was the correct move. Of course it isn't. That makes no sense. But maybe now, after rook takes h7, we might be able to find something. But I just don't see it, bro. I just don't see it. Rook c5. Yeah, but king f6, like rook c5, is really... it's just forcing the king to go to f6. And then what? Now, what is the master plan after that, right? What about rook f7 now? It doesn't work because he's just gonna think. And then after pawn takes. I have a check. I think he's gonna go here. I just don't like it, bro. f4 now. En passant. Rook c5. I don't see it. Rook c5, bishop c4. And then you lose the rook on c5. Sacrifice the rook. How? You want to play rook h5 or something? Yes, but you have check. I don't. Rook c5, then rook c6, then rook f7. Listen to me. Yeah, okay. Rook c5, king f6, rook c6, king g5, and then you want to play rook f7. I don't even know why would you want me to play rook f7. Then the king can go here. I lose the bishop, and I don't see a mate. Rook f7. Take back the en passant move and king up. Okay, that's a bit more concrete, right? So rook f7. We play f4. En passant is play. The problem with en passant is that he can also simply go... No, that doesn't work. No. So yeah, en passant, pawn takes f3. And then black has an extra tempo. And that extra tempo is what makes me question that f4 is a move. Because f4, en passant, pawn takes... If they take the... If they take the bishop, king g2 can be played. If I play king g2, it feels like I'm winning. Because I have f4. And then rook takes, and then pawn takes, and then he has g4. So there is no checkmate, but we can win the rook for the exchange. Is that enough? Probably no, because he can play c2. So we had to find a checkmate. If we play c2, we're going to lose. Unless we have a checkmate pattern that I'm not seeing. But I don't think so. Maybe with... No, because the pawn is on f4. No. Rook h4 doesn't work. Okay. Rook c5. Alright, so the only thing that is good about rook c5 is that it's also a forcing move. The only option for black is to go to to f6. That is the only positive thing about playing rook c5. But after king f6, what do we do? If you can find a decent continuation for king f6, we might go with this line because I really don't see anything. Rook f7. You want to play this rook over here? I guess they can take the bishop. Well, rook c5, king f6, rook c6, king g5, bishop d3. Bishop d3. Okay. And what are you threatening? What's the threat with bishop? I mean, it stops the pawn. It leads to a very pleasant position for white. Wait, have you also play an f4 maybe? But there is no checkmate. At least c2 cannot be played. You are saving the bishop. Mate in net. Where? After rook f7, pawn f4 is mate. No, because he has en passant. He can play en passant. The d6 pawn hanging. A pawn on d6 now. Rook c5, king f6, rook c6. And then king g5. And then people are saying that we should play this. Bishop d3. Which I don't understand entirely. Like, why would you play that? Bishop d3. What about bishop c4? Like blocking the rook, maybe something like that. But still very murky. It shouldn't be this hard, but I don't see it. How about e4 after rook c5? Rook c5, e4. With ideas of doing what exactly? It's just that e4 loses the bishop. It would be hard to justify. D3 threatens mate in 1 bishop. How? How is this threatening mate in 1? Rook c5, king f6, rook c6, king g5. So you make 0 progress. Like, why do you want to move this rook? Like if you place it here, maybe, but if he goes back to g5, it's just not achieving anything. Rook c6, king e5. King e5? Go here. No, it's rook c6, king f6, rook c6, king d5, bishop d3. Then the g6 pawn hangs, and he's gotta lose the rook. In what variation does the pawn on g6 hangs? Like, I guess the rook is on c6. Ah, okay, I see it now. Because rook c5, king here, and then rook c6, and then he goes down, and then bishop d3, attacking the pawn on g6, because the rook is on c6 now. Okay. And that seems unstoppable. So he has to sack the rook.
Thank you!
Okay. Okay. I think we got him. Yeah, we got him. I think that's the winning sequence. Now I get it. Yeah. Thank you, Release, for the roses. Okay. So let's just not blunder. So it's rook c5, rook c6, and there you go. Right. Oh, it only took like 30 minutes. Thank you, Release, for the roses. Okay. Jesus. Stop it! I can only force him to stop. If he gets the gift gallery going. Yeah, 4 more roses. Okay. Oh, Jesus, man. Stop. Okay. Alright. Enough. Okay, so queen h4.
BIZKPY.
Thank you for the follow. Ooh. KPY. We're gonna call you KPY. Queen h4. I mean, let me have a look at it, because I was dealing with the roses. It is a double attack. Queen h4, attacking the rook, and also threatening
T.
rook f4. K. I guess that's the pronunciation. Thank you for the follow. Sack the rook for rook f6, but they can probably play 2 rooks for the queen. Alright, so rook there, rook takes. Bishop takes, that doesn't work. I like rook, queen h4. I think queen h4 is okay. Because it's threatening to take this rook and also this move, which seems to be winning. How can you stop them both? I don't think you can. Yeah, queen h4 seems very good. I'm about to play queen h4, unless someone disagrees. He's also threatening like queen h8. Nah, I mean queen h4 is just diabolical because he's also threatening this, and then this check comes. I mean, if he goes here, we can take. I mean, it's too many threats. Queen h4 is like super good. Looks way too good. Yeah, right? Oh, I did not see this, but I'm not concerned because I have rook f6 also after a check. So check. He has to go here. And then I don't have time to take. Because if I take, I lose. But I have rook f4. Wait, I can also play rook f6. Oh, they have a bunch of options here. Okay, so rook f6 is a move. Rook f4 is a move. We gotta tell which one is best. He still has king g8. If king g8 is ever play, it seems that we have nothing. King g8, it's very annoying. So maybe queen here, king f7. If king f7, we have this check. Ah, that check seems to be winning. Because if he takes, and then I take the rook on g7. Okay, so if king f7, rook e7 check. So I had to go here, and then I have rook e6 check. I had to go here. And then I can take this rook, but no, because I get mating. So we have to find something else. Alright, so check, king f7, rook e7. If king f6, oh, what if he goes king g6? King g6, maybe. King g6 loses immediately to queen takes. Alright, so that's not a move. So he has to go king f6. So here, and then maybe this check. So the only move would be to go down, and then I can play g4. No, because he can take, because the pawn is pinned. So after he goes to f5. I guess we just take the rook. But if we take the rook, we have to do it with the other one. But then he has a check. And that is checkmate. Damn. Okay, and if I take, he can take here as well. But that's a winning endgame. Maybe no.
Miguel Pereira.
So what do we do after the king goes to f5? So we are here, and the king is on f5. Another check and I win the queen. That's it. Another check and I win the queen. No, the king goes here though. Maybe I play this check. Takes on f3. Jesus Christ, why is it so hard? Bro, you're probably so good in classical. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Who was it? I didn't see it. I was trying to find the solution. Alright, so what do you have, chat, by the way? Queen h3? You want to play queen h3 when the king goes to f5. Oh, that seems winning. Yeah, queen h3, right? Yes, chat. Yeah, that's absolutely winning. Unless we're going crazy with something. No, he has to be winning. Alright, let's see what he does. Okay. I thought that it could happen, like he could just take the stupid queen, bro. Sorry, the stupid rook. Damn, bro. I guess that the other line is just worse. Okay. So I think knight f4 is crushing. Knight f4. He can take the bishop. That's why it doesn't work.
Skibidi Ali.
But we have a checkmate with queen takes, right? Queen takes, king takes, knight f4, and then king g1, and then knight h3. Yeah.
Cozy.
Cozy, thank you for the follow. Are these puzzles? Yes, they are. Skibidi, thank you for the follow as well. Easy one. Yeah, that was easy in comparison to the previous ones. Okay. So bishop e6 comes to mind immediately. Am I getting made? One problem that bishop e6 have is that he can simply ignore me and go king b8. If he ignores me, that is very, very rude. But I think it works. I think it does work. So taking the rook is out of the question, I feel. How about queen takes e6? A bit crazy, yes. But we gotta have a look at it. Queen takes e6. He uses a check. No, it's gonna take, right? If it takes, bishop takes e6. If he goes to b8, I can play f7, but it feels too slow. I don't think it's gonna work. So bishop takes e6, pawn takes, queen takes. That is the ideal scenario. But I don't think they will do that. I think they will find something else, like king b8. If they play king b8, things change a lot. If king b8 is playing, we need some space to evacuate or something. Or maybe we just play bishop takes king
Blessed
b8,
by the best.
king b8, and what if I take? He does have a check on h1, and then what if I just go king g2, like being super, super brave? It could be an option. Bless, thank you for the follow. Queen takes e6. Yeah, but I don't think it works. I don't think it does, because pawn takes, and then what do you want to play? Bishop takes, and then he can simply go king b8, and there is a lot of firepower here. No, I think that it has to be bishop e6, but after he goes king b8, maybe, and just maybe, we could take this rook. And then he gives check. We have king g2, and we're sort of chilling with king g2. Like, how can you... Ah, no, never mind. No, it's dead lost. He has queen h2. Checkmate. So I don't have king g2. But wait, there is a pawn on g3. There is a pawn on g3. So that's not a move. So maybe I had to take the rook. There is a pawn on g3, chat. We can't ignore the pawn on g3. The only problem then is that after bishop takes e6, king b8, I take, he can play queen takes. If he does that, plays queen takes, I'll feel very stupid about bishop e6. Because then I had to play something like queen g2. And queen g2 will still falling into problems. Yeah, no. No. I don't think I have time to take the rook. Maybe if I go queen e5. Queen e5 right now. Ah, so that's why we play bishop takes. So he goes queen b8. Sorry, king b8 and then queen. Oh, but then I lose. Check. And then the king goes here and my queen is hanging. I don't have queen e8. Queen e5, sorry. Oh, damn. It's time to suffer again. He's going to move rook to h1. Yeah. Damn, bro. I'm not sure what to play. Yeah, I don't have rook queen e5. Queen e5 doesn't work because of rook h1. And queen e6. Can we have a look at queen e6 again? It's just that I think it just takes, right? And then after bishop takes, king b8. And black is chilling. I mean, they have a massive attack. And my pieces are not going to be enough to deliver a checkmate. The f7 is just too slow. But it's not even working. Maybe you should simply draw back or something. But I think this is really, really close to checkmate. Because queen e5 is also a move. Yeah, no. You take rook, then he takes pawn, then you sack... What? Then you sack the bishop and force a queen trade. Ah, okay. I like that a bit. Yeah, I like that. I like it a bit. So I take the rook immediately, and then bishop e6. So queen takes bishop e6. And yeah, if he goes king d8, we can just bring the other rook, rook d1. And rook d1 seems crushing. Hey, that was a great idea. Who said that? Let me read that username again. Where is it? Chicken Wing. Yeah, I agree with Chicken Wing. Chicken Wing cooking. Ban that guy? Can we ban him? Let's ban that guy. Or maybe a pin of shame. Pin of shame for Chicken Wing. God damn it. Oh, okay. It's my fault. It's my fault because I shouldn't trust chat. Chat is 1200. Alright, so rook e7. So rook e7 winning. Rook e7 is winning. Oh, but he has bishop takes and then bishop f6. Motherfucker. Bishop f6, pawn takes. I think it's still checkmate with queen h7, right? Alright, so rook h7, bishop takes, bishop d4 check, bishop f6, and then I take with the bishop, I guess. The king goes where? The king can go here. I give a check, king goes here, and then checkmate on e7. Checkmate, right? No. Oh yes, the knight is covering this. Yeah. Alright, so king a6. Why not?
Key.pvt.
Thank you for the follow. And I'm not good, so don't trust me, but what if you sack the rook in FA and then check with the... Oh, you're talking about the previous puzzle, right? Thank you for the follow, PVT.
Leo.
Leo, thank you for the follow. Queen A6, go next. Oh, king A6. King A6. Yeah, I think it's king A6 also. But then we're losing 9. But I guess that's okay. Yeah, I guess king F7 is too much. Just asking for it, right?
I can hear. Double check. It has to be this.
It has to be that, right? Okay, so he's threatening it. It is sort of concerning. So I could defend like this, but it's very passive. If I give a check with trade, takes, and then check here, and then I go here. That seems okay. It seems very playable. We're gonna be up on exchange and 1 pawn, I think. I mean, if he doesn't take the knight, we are winning very easily. It's gonna be up a whole rook. So, I like this. Without the queen, white doesn't really have a good attack. So I'm just gonna play it. Should I play queen e5? No, wait. Rook h to f5? No, I don't like it. I don't like it because he might play knight g8. If he plays knight g8, Are we in trouble there? King G6.
Oh, we can take on f6. And then rook takes.
Maybe it's still fine. If he goes if I go King G6, I might be still okay. What I can't do probably is to take the knight, because then if I take, he's gonna go here, check. And then
Afrizil.
H5, and then Queen F7. But still no checkmate, right? Because I have this. But then this move. And then here. And the king is sort of chilling on H4. So yeah, black doesn't really have much. Hi Luis, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm 180 kilograms. Trading queens is mid. It is very mid. I agree. But like the knight and the rook won't be able to give me a checkmate. I should be able to win if I trade queens. The thing is that you're right. There are better options probably for black. Black can still stay in the game with a bunch of material. Just had to see how. So some people were saying rook h8 to fa. And that invites knight g8. But knight g8 doesn't win either. If he goes here, g4, h4, and I get mated with queen g3. Okay, that's a bit dangerous. So we had to play king g6. After king g6, I think we're vibing. He does have knight e7 again. Oh, and that's a draw? No. Yes, because if I go here, I'm getting confused. He has double check. King goes here. King still. It does invite complications. King g6. What about the other rook? If we bring this rook instead, he doesn't have knight g8. Wait up. So he doesn't have knight g8. We're defending everything well. So he's gonna put more pressure on f6, right? And how can you do that? I'm overthinking this. I'm overthinking this too much. What do you have, chat? Trade queens? Yeah, right. I mean, that's the simplest approach. I don't think it's wrong to trade queens. Probably it's a bit inferior, but why? So if it takes the queen, pawn takes, and then he takes the knight, we're never getting mated there. And if it takes on f6, I have king g7. King g7 and we should be fine. We're gonna be up on knight. Oh, he's gonna play rook f2, I guess, to keep it trapped. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Queen e5, man. Just trust me with rook h to fa. I don't have to trust you. Rook d2, bro. Rook d2, like, simply claiming that the best defense is a good attack. So let's have a look at rook d2. Takes. And if I go here, I think I lose. Well, king g7. Let me see king g7. What happens there? King g7.
He has a discover check.
But I take the rook. I sort of like rook d2. What was wrong with rook d2? Alright, so he takes on f6. Let me play h5. So king h5 loses, right? Because he has g4. g4 here, and then checkmate. Okay, so if it takes on f6, I can go king g7, walking into the discover check. But the rook is hanging. So it's not so easy. I guess we play something like that, defending the rook. Ah, yeah, so he's gonna go knight here, defending the rook. So the king has to go down, and then he takes my rook. Okay. And that's actually checkmate also. Okay, so yeah, we discovered that rook d2 is just force checkmate for white. So yeah, I can't play rook d2. It's rook h to fa. You guys are all wrong. Damn, bro has a lot of confidence. For being a bum, he will play knight g8 and mate with queen. Oh yes, that's also a thing. Knight g8, and then he takes the knight, and then queen f7. That's also a thing. Trade queens. Alright, but there is one last thing that I want to calculate, which is not the rook on h8, but the rook on fa. If rook on fa is play, it is very passive. And it defends the pawn on f6. So he has a check. I go h5. And then g4. No, this check, I had to play king g6. I think he's gonna repeat moves. Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, most of the moves were losing. Most of them. So that's how you had to play queen e5. And after queen e5, we should be fine. Now I can go up because he has g4. So the only move is king g7. Okay. That took a lot of time. Yes, it did. But at least we didn't get it wrong, which is the most important thing. So, I'm looking at this as a very winning idea. So we take the rook, and then rook takes, and then rook f1. Easy chance. What's the problem with that? That seems to be winning. We just take on a1. As I said, you're just overthinking too much. Yes, but at least we get to the best explanation to find the winning line. Right? I mean, we are overthinking. Maybe we're taking too long, I guess, calculating every single variation. But then we're very confident and we can play the move without any second thoughts, right? Because we had them all. Take on g1, we check, but then rook takes g1. And then it's hard to make progress. I get that this is not really forcing, but it's winning. It's up a whole rook. And I guess that he's not gonna take, right? He's gonna play something like h.
Thank you!
He's gonna play something like h2. So h2 is coming if I take. But then I take, king takes, and I give a check. I gotta find a checkmate net. I check my net, but I don't see it. Because what I'm expecting here is that if I take, it's gonna play something like h2. Sorry, h3. h3. So I take, king takes, maybe rook f1, king h2.
Codeman.
And I guess something like here might be fine. It's just that if I bring the... no. I gotta be careful here. Thank you for the follow, Codeman. Also, you didn't focus a lot on the good solution. The previous problem, you just were winning tonight. What? Chat, you talk a lot of shit. Too much. How about, hey, good job. Nice calculation. Well done. You got the puzzle. Thank you. Jesus. No, how can you not see that? What? My FIDE rating is high. What? Blank, thank you so much for the Harmony and the Go Popular. Appreciate it, bro. That should have sound, right? Oh, yeah. Maybe it did. I didn't hear it. Okay. All right, so it's rook a1. Yeah, of course it is rook a1. So let's just play it. Oh, we don't have to calculate the rest? Wonderful. Those are my favorite puzzles. Okay, so knight f4 comes to mind. We're trying to do this, but it's very easy to stop. So maybe it's wrong. Another alternative could be... no, that doesn't work. Another alternative maybe knight here. I think he goes down. And if he goes down, I have knight here. And then he goes up. And if he goes up, I have knight here, and then knight takes, and I blunder and I lose. So no. Knight b6 here, maybe knight here. Knight a4. Here again. And then maybe... Oh! That's crazy! I found it. It's just dancing with the knight like this. And then we got here and we fork the two rooks. I think that's the solution, chat. Yeah. We're dancing with the knight until we get tired of it. Don't you agree? I think that's the move. Rook c3? Oh, come on, chat. Come on, chat. You don't like my dancing moves with the knight? But that's exactly what we should do here. We're dancing with the knight until we fork the two rooks. Knight d3? Come on, man. I saw it first. Don't steal my... Oh! Oh, bro, trying to be very cheeky with that move, huh? Damn, bro, just saw the dancing moves and he said, nope, I'm not having it. But what about the knight? I can just take it, right? And then c4. c4. He wants to play c5 so he can get this going. But I'm fine because I have check. I guess I'll figure it out later. Oh yeah, I can play rook c5. But then he's gonna take on a6. Oh. Okay, maybe we don't have to think about that. We're just gonna play this, and then the puzzle is gonna be over, right? Right? Please. Okay. Thank you for the follow, by the way, P. See, people are still thinking that knight f4 was a move. Damn, bro. Damn. Okay. Can I dance with the knight again? Probably no. My queen is... My knight is pinned. Oh no. That's a very, very annoying pin because I can get away with it. I can take the bishop though. Do I take the bishop? Maybe there is something better.
Sayakuto.
Rook c4? What? That's crazy. Oh, but it does work. But it does work. What was that? Oh, that was someone subscribed on YouTube. Thank you so much. What's your name? LH. Thank you. Thank you, H. So we have knight e4. Caballo c4. That's interesting though. Like you're trying to open up the king so you can play maybe queen e2, something like that. Oh, chat, I see it. It's actually very clever because then we have a fork, right? We have a fork on g6. Oh, chat, are you cooking? Are you actually cooking, chat? Ain't no way. No, there's gonna be a mistake here. Let me see. Why is it that chat is wrong? 94 seems good though. Oh, 94. Damn, chat, did you actually cooked? Rook c4. No, it's 94. 94 is really, really good. Yeah, rook c4. This is your problem with the chess that you play, Chaz. This is the problem with the chess that you play, sorry. Is that you play hope chess. You're just hoping that black blunders and takes the rook. You say, oh yeah, if I play rook c4, pawn takes and I'm a fucking genius. But no, that's not the way you should be thinking about chess. Chess is about finding forcing moves. It's about forcing your opponent to make mistakes, not hoping that they will. And that's why rook c4 is dumb. It's a bad move. Don't say rook c4. No, that's not the chess that you should be playing. That is hope chess. On the other hand, have a look at knight e4. Knight e4 is crushing. It's extremely good because what happens here is that if he takes, this is open. You see, this is open. So the king is exposed to a check with the queen. You see, so we have a check on d2. okay? And the queen cannot block because the knight is guarding the square on d5, okay? So where does the king can go? Can the king go here? No, because we have a rook as well. So the only square for the king is e7. And what happens if the king goes to e7? Well, he gets fork with knight g6. You see how different it is from rook c4? This is forcing chess. There's nothing black can do to stop this.
City Aisha
Right?
Yozid.
It's completely forcing black's hand, right? Black doesn't have
Ken
an
got
option.
driving.
Kendry, thank you for the follow. City, thank you for the follow. So that's why you play this check, and then queen check, and then you fork. You see?
Reginald Montero.
You see, you're so smart. No, I'm not! I'm a bum! I'm not even smart. Okay, so we have... Okay, so there's a discovered check, and we're black. Oh my god, we're black. Okay, we're black. Don't panic. Maybe panic a little bit. Oh, this is really bad. How do we survive this? Okay, so... I mean, we only have a couple of good moves. We can only go king b2. Yeah, so we play king b2. We play king b2 and pray. I mean, king c1 and we're sort of chilling though. If we get king c1, we might be fine. Ah, no. Oh, yes, but the rook is defending d1. Okay. So, yeah, king b2, because this is... wait a second. These pawns are going upwards, right? I always get confused why not. Yeah, I'm about to promote. Okay. So we are sort of winning. Of course we're winning. But my king is a bit exposed. Just a bit. Right. So we have two options. One of them is to go here. If you go there, you're a maniac, I think. Yeah, it's just getting mated immediately. With rook c4 and then queen a4. Mate.
Nate Sam.
So we have to play the only move, which is this one. King b2. Right? Nate, thank you for the follow. So we play king b2. And after king b2... he has a check on b4. Queen b4 is a move. You can also play knight c4. Oh, knight c4. I don't like knight c4. If he plays knight c4, maybe I can go king a1, which is counterintuitive. But I think it's okay, because he doesn't have a check. Because as soon as he plays knight c4, the bishop is controlling d4. So maybe king a1.
CRZY
If he
Rovik.
plays that, we need to find a checkmate pattern or something. That's really hard to find. Alright, but king b2 is the only move, so we can play it with confidence. Oh, I did not see that. I guess we have to sack the rook. Do we have to sack the rook? I'm so scared. Well, if I go to a1, I'm still okay. Maybe I should go to a1. What about if rook takes? Queen takes, and then I can't promote. That could be a problem. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, he still doesn't have this. He can't play it, so I sort of like this. If I go here, though, I lose. I lose to this check and then checkmate. So, and if I go to c1, the same thing. He has checkmate on d2. So the only option is to go here. King a1. The other alternative is to take. But then I don't think I'll be able to win, because I wouldn't be able to promote. Since the queen is guarded in the promoting square. Having coordination here with knight and rook is not going to be easy. Yeah, I'm getting mated for sure. So, king a1. Oh! I play it accidentally. Yeah, but king a1 is okay. Now, bro is threatening two checkmates. He's threatening this checkmate and this checkmate. But this knight has... But we have a check here. Ah, that check wins the game. That's how it feels. Because it's checkmate, so he has to sack the queen, and then bishop takes. And then I promote. Am I getting mated there? Probably no, not anymore, because the rook and the knight are only good in certain positions. It's not going to be enough to win. So yeah, now rook e1, he's forced to take, so we neutralize the two checkmate threats. Bishop takes, and then promotion should be unstoppable. And we're fine. Okay. I can win the queen. Is it good enough to win the queen? Okay, the material imbalance is very, very bad still. So I can play this, and then I can take the queen. But white has like 10,000 pieces still. Like, he has a rook. But the good news is that after I take the queen, I'm hitting the bishop, I'm hitting the rook, and I'm hitting the knight. So it has to be that. So queen g1, king e2, and then queen g4. He takes, I take. And then I'm hitting the bishop, the knight, and the rook. Is that good enough to win? I would say so. I would say so, yeah. I think it's good enough to win. He can't defend them all. Can you defend them all? I don't think so. Can you defend them all, chat? Nah. You wouldn't be able to do it. Woo. Alright, so bishop e2. I just take this one, I guess. And we're still threatening this and this. You're cooked. Okay. Alright, so. Okay, so it has to be about pushing the pawn, but I'm not entirely sure. We still have a check here, and then the king goes here. But then we don't have any more checks. So maybe we just push the pawn. Where do you go? Pushing the pawn seems very strong. King here maybe. But then I have a check. You go down. I push again. Isn't that just winning? He does have a check. Is that dangerous? I go here. Another check. I go here. I'm chilling. A5. I go here. Check. Here. No, we're fine. Okay. I think it's g6. If you ask me personally, I think it's e6. Sorry, g6. What do you think? Queen h7? Why? Why queen h7 and not g6 immediately? Why queen h7? Queen h7, queen g6. Oh, and you win the rook. Ah, you're totally right. Yes, yes, yes. So we go here, here, and then queen g6, and you win the rook. And that's winning. That's definitely winning. Okay, chat. Yeah, I think you cooked this time. Yeah, absolutely.
Skill issue.
No, it wasn't, because we got it right. Oh, I gotta be careful with my mouse, bro. I feel like I'm about to have a mouse slip at any second. Okay. Alright, so we have pawn takes h7. King here. And then I don't know what else. Oh, the rook is here. Ah, would you look at that? So maybe then it's rook takes. Or maybe pawn takes. Ah, but rook takes. No, that's... And then after... Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. What about g7? Oh! g7! Wait. Check. Ah, he has a check. I have knight d2. He takes my rook. I win, though. I win because I have... What do I have? Yes, I have queen h7. Checkmate. Oh, I think it's this, chat. Here, we had to play it right now, though. It has to be right now. And if it takes, simply knight d2. And we're chilling. We can claim that we are chilling. Knight d2, and probably he will sack like a stupid engine. They always sack him. Oh, wait a minute. Do we have something more forcing than that? No, we don't. And this is also like a battery. We have the queen and the bishop line up together on h7. I really like g7. Is it wrong? You're queen, bro? Yeah. g7. I want to play g7. I want to play g7. I'm about to play g7. Bro, push pawn anyway. He takes its mate. Yeah, I think it's mate. Oh.
Skill issue.
Why? We got it correct. I want to give a check, but then he has queen f8. But then I have knight f6, king g7. Takes. Nah, not convinced. What if I take, and I take, and then take? So knight takes c5, bishop takes, knight takes, check. What I could do though, no, but then he takes on c2. Nah, I don't like it. We're missing something. What is it? Maybe knight f6, king g7, takes, and then takes. It's just that we're already down a minor piece, so I don't think that's the solution then. Because we're already down a minor. We gotta find something better. What about knight takes? Knight takes b4, queen takes, check again. Nah, I don't know. What do you have? You can check. Yeah, but he plays queen f8. Like if I give a check, I'm just gonna go queen f8. If he plays queen f8, he's gonna be fine. Queen d8, queen f6. Yeah, but you're only playing with white. What about queen f8 from black? What are you gonna do after queen f8? Ah, okay. I have an idea, but I don't think it works. All right, so queen d8. Hear me out. Queen d8, queen f8, and then knight f6. He has to play this. Ah, but he can also go here. He can play f7 also. So he plays king f7. No, king f7 loses to knight here. Knight here, check. And then you have to go here. But then I take the bishop. If I take the bishop, I'll win it. Or not. I don't know. Rook takes. And then I take the queen takes, and then I take the knight. Is it a winning endgame? I have 5 pawns. Well, maybe. But I like this and this. It depends on where the king goes, though. But where does the king... If the king goes to f7... That's the problem. If he goes to f7, I don't know what to do. I have queen c7. I think he takes... Nah. What do you have? Bro, it's simple. Just check, trade queens, get the rook. Oh! Oh, there is a rook hanging. Oh. Oh. Oh, why didn't you say so? Yeah, there is a rook hanging. Damn it, chat. Why didn't you say so? Jesus. You didn't even see it, bro. Okay, can I win the... I can win the bishop and the rook. Like, if I play bishop d3, are you winning, son? Like, bishop d3 is just crushing. Bishop d3 takes, and then I take. And then I take the rook. That is just diabolical. Is that good enough though? I mean, what else can we play anyway? We don't have that many moves. So I guess it's bishop d3. And now queen takes. Ah, but wait, he has knight c3, but I take with the bishop. I take with the bishop. Damn it, bro. Has rook a3. So we have to play maybe queen b5. Are you winning, son? It doesn't feel like I'm winning anymore. And she takes my bishop, Chad. She's gonna take my bishop. So queen b5, king takes c3. I have a check, but it doesn't do anything. Ah, wait! I check on c5, and I take the bishop on c1. That could be it. Yeah. So queen b5 takes, and then I play queen c5, and I get the piece back. Is that good enough to win? I guess it is. There's nothing else anyway. The rook is too slow, the knight is too slow. Unless there is a crazy knight jump that I'm missing. Now because my queen is hanging, I had to play queen b5. And now we just take the other bishop. How is this winning though? Because it's going to be equal material. Should I go for the bishop? Because it's going to be equal material. I guess I do a little bit, I'm a little bit better because these pawns are weak. Queen c5, right? Queen c5. Are you winning, son? I'm playing queen c5. You're all saying bishop b4. This clearly hangs the queen one. Yeah, chat is just being chat, right? Okay, I was looking at this. I don't think it works. He has rook c3. I still have a check, and then he goes back, and then I'll feel very stupid because it's not gonna be on time. It's not gonna be there on time. So I just take the bishop. I'm just gonna take. Okay. Nice. Nice. Never in doubt. Easy puzzle. Okay, so I like queen d2, but I have to defend myself. He has a bunch of checks. I can't play queen d2 just yet, maybe. How about queen f2? He still has a bunch of checks. But what do I mean by a bunch? Is it that many? It feels like it is. At least queen c8. But then, I can play king e7. After king e7, I think I'm fine. I think so. Maybe check. Yeah, I think at least I'm winning this rook if he plays defense like that. With rook b5. Because I have rook g1. So it has to be queen f2. Queen f2 because it also threatens rook g1. And then after takes, king c2, I have queen c1, takes, and maybe I can take the rook. If he ever plays defense on b2 like that. Or maybe queen b8. Queen b8, it's a move. And after king e7, does he have a check here? No, because the knight is gorgeous. It's a wonderful knight. Oh, you're so pretty. Okay, queen f2. I did not see that check. Oh no. I did not see that one. I was only looking at the rook. The rook could give a check. So queen e7. Oh my god. Okay. Queen e7. If I go d6, I lose. If I go up, I lose as well. Oh shit. If I go here, he takes. Oh, but I take the rook. I take the rook. So here. What do you do? What do you do after that? Oh, king b5. Oh, he takes my rook. No, he can't because I have checkmate on b2. You can't take my rook, but I can take yours. So I go here. Is it king b5? a4, is that a move? a4 I take. a4 I take. And then, what else do you have? No. King b5. c4? If I play c4, I take. No, c4 I take the rook. King b5. Queen c4? What? What are you talking about, chat? Oh my god. King b5. Oh! Is that a free rook? It is! It is a free rook. I'm taking it. Free rook! Nice. Ah, playing defense again! I hate it. Oh, I hate playing defense, bro. Okay, f6. Obviously f6. It has to be f6, but wait, maybe it isn't. Okay, if I go f6, what do you have, boy? Are you winning, son? You're losing. f6. You're gonna play c5? I have bishop e4. Fuck you. So no, you can't go there. f6. Rook e1? Rook e1, I mean. I take on b2. Still very risky. And he can go here. No, maybe it is the move. Just take here. We're already up a bishop. So it cannot be that bad to play f6. The other option is king fa. King fa also looks very safe. But it blocks the rook. No! King fa loses to queen takes a8. So I had to go f6 is the only move. Wait, what if I sack the rook? Here? Oh, it's checkmate. Because the bishop... Yeah, so f6. No questions asked. Okay. So bishop e3. That looks like a lame move. Very, very lame. Lame. That's a lame move. What are you trying to do anyway? You're trying to play c5, right? You want to play c5. I see that you want to play c5. Oh my god. What about queen g4? Threaten this, but then he simply drops back. So, it's a stupid plan. What about queen takes b2? c5 anyway. Meh. Just gonna go c5. c5 is still a problem. Queen b2? Yeah, I was looking at queen b2, but then what do you do after c5? You're gonna have to get the piece back. I don't want to give the piece back.
Oh.
I don't want to give the piece back, chat. Maybe I have to. King at what? Bishop g4? Yeah, but we look at bishop g4. I mean, the queen simply drops back. If you want to play bishop f3, you're not really scaring anyone. King f7. King f7. Why? Ah, because we can play bishop. Okay. That saves the bishop. It does save the bishop. King f7. And then if he pushes c5, we go bishop e7. And we are sort of defending everything. He does have... No, it's too slow. Okay, so he takes on c7, but then we activate the rooks. And we should be able to win that. Come on. And what if he plays that? If he plays... e7, and then maybe bishop e4, and then you have problems on the lie squares. Oh, you better watch out. Okay, I like king f7. Can I play king f7? Bishop h3? Get the fuck out of here. Bishop h3 doesn't work. Or maybe it does. No, it doesn't, because he's going to play rook e1. God damn it, chat. Rook e1. I take on b7, and then rook b, and then my queen is harassed. And I don't have a checkmate yet. Maybe it's bishop h3. Queen b2. b4. Okay, you should strong at this point. I like king f7 though. Can I just get very intimate with my dark square bishop? Can I play king f7? I want to play king f7. Queen g4. Why? c5! He's playing c5! And then I'll lose my bishop. You see queen g4 does nothing for you? Oh, wait. Maybe I should let him take. But then I play this. But no, because if I go there, he takes on c. He takes here with check. I go here, and then takes. At the end of the line, he still has f3. Maybe queen g4 is interesting. Queen g4. Queen g4. He plays h3. I take. It's just that queen g4 allows too many variations, I would say. Queen g4. What if they play f3 immediately? Attacking the queen. Then I'll be... e4 will never be a thing. I can play this, but the bishop could never get to the diagonal that we want. So queen g4 is just not working after f3. And you might be thinking that maybe this is available, but you need to waste the tempo saving the queen because she's being threatened. So I go h3. He plays this. I take. Oh, wait. I take. Bishop takes, pawn takes, check. King h1. Maybe you're right. Queen g4. f3. Queen g6. No, queen h3. Is it queen h3 or queen g6? Shit. Oh, I don't know what to play, man. What about king f7? Why is this wrong? King f7, we save the bishop. Bishop is safe. Mate in 3, bro? Get the fuck out of here. There is no mate in 3 here. Why do you come to my stream to tell lies? Russius comes to tell lies and after lies, and he's not even ashamed. Just lying to people. It has to be king f7. Yeah, because there is nothing. Like...
Jose Maria Regosa.
We only have a checkmate if they play horrible defense. But that is hope chance. King f7. King f7. Jose, thank you for the follow. King f7. I knew it. I knew it, Chad. You know nothing. Okay, so I feel it's this. 93. Pawn takes. Oh, it's completely crushing. Wait. Oh, why is it so good? Oh,
Abdul.
Are you winning, son? 93 is just diabolical. 93, pawn takes, knight takes, queen there. Rook takes f1! Oh. Rook takes f1. Lights out. GG, call an ambulance. Wait, takes. And then I'll be up. I'll be up a queen versus a knight and rook. It feels winning. It feels so winning. Knight takes. Queen e2. If Queen e2 is play, Rook takes. Maybe there is something that we're missing, but I don't see it. I have Queen h1 though. Oh, Queen h1 just wins on the spot. Queen h1, and then I take on h2, and then I take on c2. Yeah, you're cooked. You're cooked. Oh, 93. No! What's wrong with
Charles
93?
Eric Gerard.
What's wrong with 93, bro? Oh my god. It has to be knight f e3. Why? Can I just take immediately?
Skill issue.
Oh, shut up. Oh my god. Wait. Is the other knight? But why? This is just... What? I mean, if I play this one, I'm threatening checkmate on the spot. Ah, he has queen of 3. Ah! I hate this game, bro.
Skill issue.
Tremendous pressure.
Damn it, bro. Oh, I hate it because we found the tactic, but we played the wrong piece, man. Come on. What if he ignores me here? I think that's what they will do, right? They will simply ignore my... What? So it gets super complicated. I just take. I take. And then you have to go queen a1. Lame. That's such a lame move.
You stupid.
And then I just take. Yeah, because you can't take the stupid knight, right? If you take, you lose. Oh! Damn it, bro. That was an easy puzzle. That's also what bothers me. Should have got that one. Okay. Okay, so bishop a4. Queen takes. Pawn takes, bishop takes. Bishop takes here. Queen takes. Oh, you can always play queen takes. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. I take. He takes. Check and I win. That would be ideal. It's not gonna happen though. Pawn takes, pawn takes. Pawn takes, bishop takes. Queen takes. Bishop takes. This is just rough calculation. I mean, 95? It does work. 95, pawn takes, and then pawn takes. We are winning the knight. And a couple of pawns. And if it takes, I can take on g7. Oh, I like it. We're gonna play it. It takes d5. Get the fuck out of here. It's knight takes. Oh my god. Man, fuck this game. Like, it's not even that fun.
Skill issue.
It's not even that fun. It was pawn takes! But why? I guess if it takes... Oh. Bishop takes. Knight takes. Queen a7. Oh. Oh! I think he takes the bishop, but I have a fork and this is hanging and... Oh. Damn it, bro! We suck. Which is not good, man. Alright. Even though I didn't want to continue, man. Like... Chat, you don't help. You only distract me. That was your fault. Okay. Horrible. That was just horrible. Okay. What are we trying to do now? Maybe... I don't really want to know. H5? Who the fuck are you? Bro, trying to crush me. Let's go here.
Miguel Casero.
Oh, he wants to play. Oh. This is super aggressive chess. You and I are gonna live forever. We're gonna keep developing. I think it's fine. If it takes...
Is.
The biggest problem that he has at this moment is that the bishop is on the way of whatever he wants to do. So, we just go here, I guess? Bishop, maybe no. Let me think. We have time. The knights are perfectly placed. If it takes, I take with the H pawn or this one. No, maybe take with this one and we can defend like that. Yeah, but because this is block also. Okay, we just have to... We have to grab some space somehow, maybe. With this move. Oh man, I don't know. Alright, let's just play b6 for the moment. We don't know what we want. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. Should I play this? Maybe the bishop should stay in this diagonal. Yeah, because he has knight g. Yeah, exactly. The prophylactic rook h7 should be fine. It looks scary, but he doesn't have much. He really doesn't. And now maybe c6. No, because that opens up the king too much. Let's go a4. You and I are gonna live forever. Okay, so the knight drops back. I have no idea why. Like, he's gonna play something like that. I guess it makes no sense. Now we just have to wait, I think. What if I go here? b4. b4, knight a6. Yeah, I guess we need to make something happen. Oh, it just goes b3 instead. I said maybe. Okay, so he doesn't play that. Now we're just gonna play the waiting move. What could be a good waiting move? Maybe queen here? And then queen f7. Queen f7.
Esteban.
Long castle. It's a bit dangerous though, isn't it? Maybe not. If knight takes, he's sort of fine. What if I go here? That opens up the king a bit. b5, pawn takes. And we have a target there that we can maybe attack. I can play knight takes. But if he does, I have pawn takes. What about this? Plays knight takes. It doesn't work. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Maybe knight here. But then he pushes, I take. Maybe knight here so we can play this. But it does very little. Waiting move. Waiting move. We are waiting. Because we don't know what else to do. Come on, get me, you mother. Oh, no, you can't do that, can you? No, now we're fine. Now we're fine. He finally blundered. We got him. That was a big mistake. Stupid. Oh, you're so cooked now. Oh, I'll call an ambulance for you. I'll call it for you. Yeah. That was a dumb idea. Oh, my days. Now it's gonna be so easy to crush you. I guess. He just realized, oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, yes, you are. Yes, you are. Stupid. What about? Let me see though, because we might have a problem of calculating this. So if I take, I can take with the king, so we're fine. So knight takes. Let me see. Easy calculation. Knight takes. So we take with the knight first, with this one. Stupid. Did I blunder? No, because we had bishop f5. Oh, but maybe I did blunder. I blunder! Fuck. No, I didn't blunder because I can go here. We're still fine. We're still okay. Yeah, because if he goes g5, I take.
Thank you!
And then I can take here. If he goes here, I play bishop f5. He has bishop f3. I can go here. I think we're fine. I think we are fine. Yeah, because as soon as he pushes the pawn, I have bishop f5. If it threatens my... Yeah. So now I can just take this pawn. And then takes... Oh, I see what he's trying to do, though. He's just trying to get the... But I can play king e7 now. Using king e7 solving all my problems. Like, if I go here... Takes, and then rook f1, it's a bit annoying. Because I wouldn't be able to stop him. But what I could do is to play king e7. So now I'm not pinned anymore. And I have this check. Or whatever, man. I mean... I'm gonna get the rook here now. Yeah, I think we're fine now. Because what I'm trying to do now is to simplify. Now the rook is so misplaced. He goes there. Can I take? No. If I go here, it's too slow. The bishop is sort of crap. Let me just go here. Yeah. Let's go here. He plays this, I take. So he's trying to do this. Is it that scary? 'Cause, I mean, maybe it is. I still have a check, but it's not winning. If I play this, he takes on h7. I don't like that. What if I go here, check here, and then check again, rook f8, maybe bishop h3, it's okay. Bishop h3, and then he's gonna go here. Oh, I had to be faster also. Alright, so bishop here, bishop takes, rook takes. And then we get the rook to e. Yeah, let me just play this endgame. It's not that great, I can tell you that much. But it has my pieces in the game. So we go here. He takes, and now bishop f5 I like, because now we're gonna have a he's gonna have a pass pawn, but my piece activity is what I'm playing for. Like, I feel that my piece activity is really good. I might be wrong though, but we'll see. So if bishop takes, check. That's the idea. I'm gonna give it check. Where does he go? I'll take the pawn. I'll give another check. I don't know. It looks promising. Oh, he's sort of scared then, because that's a bit strange. I still have the check. And the check wins nothing. Oh! Oh, you got mated! You got mated, didn't you? Oh, it's so close, but it's not. So check again. Oh, maybe he got mated? No, he didn't. Let me see. So check. He has king c3. You mother lucky bastard. If it wasn't for king c3. But wait, can I just take now? So if I take, rook takes, check. That's mate, so he has to take with the king. What am I missing? Am I missing something here? Bishop here, check. King c3. Oh, he has king c3. Motherfucker. So we don't have that. Okay. But if I take, rook takes, he's losing. So he has to play king takes. And then I have another check. He has to go here. But I can't do much. I think it's a draw. Yeah, I don't see anything. And if I move, I'm getting mated. All right. Damn it! We have no time. Whoa! Fuck! Oh, that was really, really stressful. Damn it, bro. I found the winning plan too late. I can't believe that he survived that. Like, he was so lucky to some extent. Was that a good game? Probably it was horrible. Yeah, it was a bad game. I'm not gonna review that. Damn it, bro. Was there something else? Should have gone for material after you couldn't. Yeah, but yeah, I guess I should have changed my mindset there. What am I doing here? I'm just gonna go A4. play very quickly for a rapid game. Hmm.
Prince Yorichi.
I'm gonna take this one. Oh wow. Go here.
Tyler Durden.
Tyler Durden, thank you for the follow. Prince Richie, thank you for the follow as well. Ooh. Isn't that bad for you? Pawn takes, bishop takes. Maybe he wants the long castle. What I could do
Polar home.
is to keep the tension so he never makes progress. And now we have this, I guess. Knight b. Oh, he wants the long castle for sure. Don't I have something to stop him? Maybe not. Knight b5, long castle. Take on a7. I don't like it. I do have this though, which is sort of a good tactic. After pawn takes. Oh, I got him. Nice. What a good find. Damn! Damn! Oh! Jesus Christ. Got him. Damn. What happened last match, bro? I lost.
Thank you!
I lost that one, bro. But I'm not losing this one. I mean, I shouldn't. Thank you for the heart, me, Chris. Is the stream lagging or something? I could change my internet provider.
Ronnie Ben Oliver.
Ronnie, thank you for the follow. Yeah, we're gonna try to win this one. How long did it take you to go from 1400 to 2000? It didn't take me that much to get to 2000. I think that the biggest wall was 1800 in my case. I was stuck at 1800 for a while. Take the knight. It's Black's turn. They are deciding what to do. I think they are losing though. Now my question is, after queen f7, probably should I take with the bishop? If I take with the bishop, I take the... He's taking my knight. And then I take the rook. I'm gonna be up on exchange. I guess that's okay. I could also simply take the... Yeah, I prefer that. I prefer to take with the knight. Oh, he goes for it. Okay, so he's gonna play this imbalance. I think it's the best move. It's hard to sack the queen, so... Like that, you know, like sacking the queen like that is not expected at this. Usually, it hurts a little bit. Okay, the knight here is gorgeous. We have a lovely position. Okay. I like rook h3. Because as soon as he goes here, we're gonna play rook here or something. Oh, I see what he's trying to do. Let's play queen here. So he plays knight c6. I could force him to go here. Ah, but then he takes... I missed that. But then I should be able to take... still fine, I guess. Should I go c4? Probably no. Wow, that's a bit surprising. I want a fork now. I would also like to prevent knight c6. Maybe we don't go for the fork just yet. We're gonna play this instead. So he doesn't have knight c6. And I guess we should do something like that, but for the moment we're fine. We're not getting mated. Yeah, we're gonna force his pieces to be very passive. I'm thinking about playing this now. Alright, so he wants to take the pawn. But it's too slow. We're gonna go here. Attacking the knight. And then if he moves the knight away, here, takes. I have queen here. Attacking c7. Alright, so he finds that, which I think is the best move, yeah. It's making it difficult. I don't want to lose this pawn. No, that doesn't work. What if I go here? It doesn't really do much. It's just attacking the rook. I'm just gonna move away to a8 probably. Alright, let's just defend the stupid pawn for the moment. If he goes knight c6, I'm just gonna take it, I guess. Oh, he goes knight there. Oh, his idea is to play bishop f7, so he has mate in net. Let's play f4, so we never get mated first. And if it takes, we're gonna have a pass pawn, which I like. So he's trying to get this stupid pawn by fours. I hate it. But if it takes that pawn with the bishop, I can take this one. So h3 waiting. Let's see what he does. I think that was a blunder, but we'll see. He doesn't have this. I want to play something like this now. The knight would be gorgeous on c5. I could go here. But then he has this move, I think. Let me see. Did I tap my queen? Oh, I have. Jesus, I gotta be careful. I can take. I'm not the biggest fan of this. But let me see if I can target the g5 square. F5. Let's go here. Shit. I'm getting outplayed to some extent. I didn't see that either. I go here. As rook over there. Oh, this shouldn't be that hard, man. I feel like I'm blundering so much. Unless he's down on the clock. He goes there. What is his idea? If he plays pawn takes, is a blunder. Hopefully he goes for it.
Curry.
He did put up a 5 without the queen. And he keeps going. So we have a check. I can take. It is getting a bit strange. Alright, let's just play simple chess now. Yeah, I think he's making mistakes now. I have this move. Yeah, I feel like I'm winning here. Oh, but shit, he still finds moves. I go here. Yeah, I got him there. Because if he goes here, we have the check. That's the only move to stay in the game. That was tough. That was not easy. Oh, Jesus Christ. I struggled to win, even though I was winning from move 12. How long you been playing chess for? I've been playing for a while. We haven't made much progress.
Come on, man. That's too easy.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy game. Did I get a brilliant for knight check? Sorry, for the knight move?
You stupid.
Probably I didn't even get a brilliant for that, probably, man. Damn. That's crazy. I got robbed though, because how is that not a brilliant move? Bro, it's not brilliant? That's crazy. That is just crazy. Chat, how is this not a brilliant move? How is this not brilliant, bro? Like, what the fuck? I got robbed. Is this a brilliant move in your book? It is in mine. It should be brilliant, bro. Damn. That's crazy. See, yeah, it is a brilliant. I just got robbed. No. You're just hating on me. It's actually like Stockfish. Okay. Let's see, let's see. Nice, we can play the Sicilian. Okay. Bishop c4. Maybe bishop e3. Or knight takes. Knight takes it is. You better castle long because short, I'm not gonna let you. You better castle long. Can I go d5? I sort of like it. Pawn takes, bishop takes. Yeah. We're gonna go d5. Pawn takes. It's sort of a bad endgame. I mean, it should be a little bit better for me, I think. Well, it depends on what he does. Uh-huh. So his idea is to take with the... What? Oh, maybe he... Okay, I see it. So he's sort of preventing... But I don't like this. I mean, Can I go queen here? He still has knight takes. But knight takes is the only move that he can play. Of course he found it. I'm still a fan of this. Yeah, so h5. Let's go here. And King h7 is sneaky. I like it. Maybe unnecessary also. Did I allow bishop takes? I did. Stupid. I was looking at this, but it doesn't work. That was a bad move, King h7. He doesn't see it, though. I could take with the queen and claim that I'm okay. It feels wrong, though, if it takes on f7 for some reason. I have bishop c4. Uh-huh. I guess he wants to play this. Can I go f5? Is it too much to play f5? It forces knight g5. It's a bit of hope chess. I don't like it. What I could do as well is to go queen here. But I don't like it either. Bishop h6, knight here, here. That's a little bit better. But it's check. I'm stupid, bro. I'm stupid, it's check. Let's go here. If he takes on f7, we still have bishop c4. But he takes with the bishop, then he has this. Fuck, I'm blundering. I'm blundering the house. Oh. But that's a blunder. I go here. But he takes some... Fuck! I lost. Oh! Damn it! That was so careless in so many ways. Oh my god. The fuck is this? Nice easy. Wow, this is super aggressive. Why do they play like they are mad at me or something? Can I just take this one?
Clage. Zin.
I go here. I'm just winning. Now it takes.
Lucas Gobbo.
They go here. We take the bishop. Hmm. They have something better here, like maybe here. Knight takes, pawn takes. No. No, bishop takes. I mean, that's ugly. Pawn takes, it's ugly. What? Always defended by the knight. Can I go here? Yeah. Queen f3. It defends h3. But h3 is a blunder. Maybe I should let him play it. No, but queen f3 is really logical. Because he defends everything. I'm threatening this now. I should have played that maybe. He still has rook d7. No, I'm just gonna bring the other rook. And we're threatening this as well. Oh, this is really bad for you. Okay, so he sees that. I have knight takes. Sorry, bishop takes. Oh no, this one. Oh, that's very strong. He can still go here. But I have checkmate. No, it's practically over. I think we got him. This is also the knight is hanging. How can you escape this? If he plays rook d7, we have this move first. Yeah, nice. It's completely busted. Let's just take. And now I can just simply drop back. Yeah, let's just drop back. Oh, maybe this was a little bit better. We still have a check, I think. Oh. I missed that. Well, it doesn't matter, I think. Yeah, it's still really bad. Oh, he can play this. Did I miss that? I sort of did. But I'm quite confident that I should win that. I should win that anyways. And he goes bishop there. I have a check. Let me go here. This is winning. Oh, it isn't. Yes, it is. Yeah. Oh, that is a crushing move. Because if it takes, I had check. Yeah, I think we got him there. Okay. What?
Skill issue.
Oh, he took. What? But that is just losing. Check. I won. Yeah. 2022, I missed you. Damn. Okay. GG. Good game. This one was better in comparison to the previous one. The previous one was dog shit. Such a bad game. It was so bad. Ew. Alright, did we get a brilliant move here? Please tell me that I did. But what could it be the brilliant move? Maybe we didn't. I mean, Queen e7 is very strong, but we're already up material, so he's not gonna give me the... When you're up material, you rarely get a brilliant move. It can happen, yes, but it's really, really hard. No brilliant moves, but we play with 87% accuracy. We take it anyways. Hazle jaque tendrá que correr hacia adentro y después mate de pas. Yes, that's exactly what we were trying to cook. Eso era exactamente lo que estábamos cocinando, Julián. Okay, let's play another one then. I want to get to 2050. Maybe that's too much for one day, but... It's not like I have something to do tomorrow, so we can keep playing. What about my social life? Oh no. Are we good? Yeah, we're fine. No one gives a fuck about me. Yeah. Alright. 19, yes, 19th. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think this is it. 26. We go back. B5, knight D5, knight F6. Yeah, it's should be fine. Okay, well, let's just pin. They say that it is not the best move, but I like to put this pressure on my opponents. C4 is a move, as well as maybe bishop here. What do we play? I like C4. I like C4. I'm gonna play C4. Ah, but he's threatening to take. Gotta be careful with that. He's also threatening to take here. But then pawn takes, bishop takes. I think that's better for black. So we gotta be careful here. It's not so simple. I could just take and get the knight out of the way. Yeah, I like that, and then knight C4 now. But if I play C4, he has knight D5. Maybe C3 instead. C3 instead. And then knight here. And this. And we're gonna have a lovely knight here for the rest of the game. Hopefully. That's a top level move. This is basically saying that this guy is very familiar with this type of positions. Not many people play bishop g5. But when they do, you can tell that they are prepared. Okay, now I'm a bit scared. Short castle, I guess. I'll try the short castle. F5 is a move. I'll play knight here also. Yeah, so here he goes. Let's go here with the knight. So that's the idea of playing bishop g5, so you can retreat the knight without damaging the pawn structure. That's why bishop g5 is such a good move. It's really, really resourceful. I don't know if it is theory though. Probably it is. Play me. I can play you, but I'm a commodity. You'll have to pay for it. Well, you don't have to pay. You can support the stream for it. For that to happen. Right, so he goes bishop e6. So his plan is to trade everything. And maybe then go f5. Which is probably good for him. What I could do, though, is to play bishop c2. Since he wasted a tempo on this. His castle, though. Should I go for it? I want to play bishop c2 anyways. So I had the possibility of recapturing with the queen. And then we have a target on d6 with rook d1. That's going to be the strategy. Because he's sort of evaluating whether he should take. Oh, he takes here. I guess he wants to play d5 then. Yeah, he's sort of equalizing the game. I don't have much to say about it. I think it's a very well prepared opponent. D5 is coming, and there isn't much we can do about it apart from trading everything. But things have changed though. F5 is not that great anymore, if you ask me. Okay, so he's gonna go rook c8. Short castle is a must, and maybe a4, b4, takes. Yeah, he should go for d5. D5 is the best move here. In the Sicilian, usually when you get d5 in the game, you're doing a great job. And he should go for it because this is a weakness. He has to get rid of it. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes d5. If he does, I'm just gonna take everything, then maybe queen e2. Alright, so king h8. A bit unnecessary, but he's preparing f5. So his idea is to go f5. But I can I just control that with queen here? Queen here, g6, I guess. I do want to develop the queen, so d5 is not available after rook d1. But I can also play a4, distracting him from his plan of going here. If he goes f5, his idea... Alright, I'm going to play this. Because it's a move that is very common in this type of positions. But I had so many ideas that I neglected, like for example going queen h5. So yeah, he simply ignores me. I have to take. If he takes with the knight, I'm trading everything and then placing the queen here, I guess. Something like that. Takes. He takes with the bishop. And now I could target the rook with queen here. I also like queen here, but then he has this move. So yeah, we're gonna play this, hitting the rook and the pawn. And then if he goes rook b8, I have queen here. If he takes, I think he goes back, takes. It's very drawish. Very, very drawish. Okay, so he goes queen f6, which I don't really like. I think you had better moves here. So what is the idea of queen f6? I guess you're gonna play this as well. I'm now gonna have a pass pawn on b4. You can go e4 as well. Gotta be careful with that. But I guess rook f8 is what he wants to do. But rook f8 runs into queen b6, defending everything, and then e4, I guess. Am I losing that? Pawn takes. Alright, so queen b6 is a must. And then I can play b4 and rook a2. And if he pushes... but pushing the pawn is not available. I guess we're fine. We'll see, though. Maybe I should trade. How can I trade? Oh, he's going for this. Very aggressive stuff. But now we're going to try to target the weakness on d6, which was a mistake from him. He should have handled this thing way earlier. Now it's going to be a target for the game. I'm playing this and this. If he pushes, I take and I take the pawn. So he has to play passive defense. So even though h5 is very aggressive, he has no time to make more progress. So now, rook here, defending the pawn and preparing for rook d1. Yes. So what is he trying to do now? He wants to play rook f6. I see. But that blunders the other rook. Oh, he just blundered the rook. Nice. Now he should be winning. Okay, he's gonna resign. Yeah, that's very, very resignable. Or maybe he doesn't, but the pawn on d6 is gonna fall as well. I'm glad that I saw that it was a blunder, bro, because sometimes you miss those things, and that's really, really painful. I'm gonna take with the queen, so we simplify, or at least we propose the idea of simplifying. Yes, of course he's not gonna take. Let me just now be very, very careful. I think that the best plan is to simply push. Well, we might have some other options. Like, for example, rook here. Oh, he's gonna play h4. That was a bad move. Well, if he ever goes h4, I'm just playing h3 myself. Yeah, that was the problem with that move. Alright, let's just push the pawns. That's gonna be our idea here. We're gonna try to win like that. Maybe here, pinning the rook. And then rook f3, it's very tempting. So he is down a rook, he should be losing this. Okay. We're gonna play the very sneaky rook d7. Oh, he wants to go here and threaten mate. So maybe this. So he has to drop back. Or play something that he doesn't want to. Yeah, h3, it's a good idea. Because rook g6 what's coming. Yeah, rook g6 was coming. And now if he goes here... Oh, he plays queen. Okay. Now we can simply keep pushing the pawn on b4. Or I can also go here, but then he has this. Which doesn't really do much. I can play... Yeah. I'm gonna go here. Like getting all the pieces in the game. If queen f5, I have this. Yeah, the only move that makes sense, honestly. But now we're just gonna trade. I'm gonna go here. Forcing him to trade. And the more pieces we trade, the more difficult it gets for him to win. We even have an intermediate move, don't we? Maybe queen takes. Okay, and then he blocks. Ah, but then I take here. But then he plays queen g6, rook g6. It's a very good way to liquidate the position, though. Maybe we should go for it. Because if you play queen g6, I takes, and then I'm winning that endgame. Yeah. It's practically over. But no. He's gonna play rook takes, queen takes. We'll see what happens. Yeah, he's just resigning. Okay. Yeah, it was really hopeless. Let's have a look. I think that was a good game also. Let's see. I don't think we got a brilliant move. But even though he scared me a bit with bishop g5, not knowing that d5 is so important in those positions was a bit strange from him. He should have played d5. Oof. Look at that. We play with 95, well, almost 95% accuracy. That was a very good game from us. I don't think we made that many mistakes, honestly. So, good. That's the type of chess that we should play more often. Let's have a look. Let's see. So, we have... It was a Sicilian... What's the name of when they play e5? Is it the Taimanov? No. What's the name of this line when they play e5? It happens very often. Many people play like this. What's the name of this? Do you know the name of this? Oh, it's right here. Sicilian defense, the... what a weird name. I thought it was something more conventional. It's just not. It's a Lowenthal attack or something. What? Okay. So yeah, knight b5, d6, knight c3, and then knight a3, b5, knight here. And then I know that this is not the best line. Or is it? Yeah, the best move here is c4. But I really like playing this. It's like a sideline. The best move is c4 though. I don't like c4 because it allows knight here. And the engine plays this without any problems. But from a human perspective, having a knight on e5 is exactly like having a knight on d4 is exactly like having a knight on d5. And it feels like a bit wrong. But obviously, if you're an engine, you can handle it. So yeah, takes very important here, taking the knight. If I don't, for example, let's just say I play something else like this, I lose immediately, right? Because of knight takes e4. Does this work? That also works. But I can play queen takes d5, hitting the knight. Yeah, so, but yeah, those trades are in black's terms. Ideally, you trade your pieces in your own terms. So that's why you take. And then c3, which is also a sideline. So here, no, c3 is the best move. Okay. c3, short castle, knight, c2, because the knight on e3 is doing nothing. You shouldn't forget about that. The knight is terrible on a3, so you had to bring it back. And then bishop g5, which is not a move that you face very often, but it tells you that the opponent is prepared, or at least is familiar with this type of positions. So as soon as he played this move, I was like, okay, it's gonna be a long game, and it should have been a long game, very drawish. So bishop d3 first in accuracy. Here I should have gone a4 immediately. I know that a4 is an idea, but I didn't know that it was so early. Okay, so you don't play bishop d3, but a4. Well, I didn't know that, honestly. So black has done an excellent job. Yeah, bishop e6. And then I play bishop c2 with ideas of recapturing with the queen, trying to avoid d5. But then he takes the knight, which I think it's okay. But the best move is knight takes d5. All right. So c8, short castle.
May Vilena.
King h8, and then a4. So yeah, everything is very logical here. Thank you, Mayor, for the follow. And then after f5, pawn takes is okay, and then we just trade everything, I guess. Oh, we had a better move here. What was it? Bishop takes f5 is better. Oh, I guess the idea is to go back to this square. Well, I decided to trade everything. After rook f5, queen d3, and I immediately noticed that queen f6 wasn't a good idea, because I'm just winning a pawn on b5. So we win the pawn on b5, and now we just have a better position. We're up a pawn, and this 6 is still a target. So rook f8, gotta be careful with f2, of course, but this pawn is under pressure. And yeah, h5 comes out of desperation, because in reality, you don't have much. You don't have much going on here for black. Even though everything is lined up, everything is well defended. There are no weaknesses in white's position. So rook d1, and now we are the ones calling the shots, right? Attacking d6. And yeah, he defends, obviously. And then I just thought that this was very natural. But the engine prefers, in this position, rook d5. Simply grabbing some space, I guess. And preventing d5 from being a thing, I guess. Which is also a way for black to go into an endgame that maybe they can draw. And yeah, queen there just blunders the rook. And after king h7, which is taken, we try to simplify. And then rook here. Yes, I guess it's okay. And then b4. And then, yeah. h3, very important move here. h3. Trying to discoordinate the pieces for black, right? Because the idea here for black is to simply go here and threaten this. Right? So you don't really want to allow that type of combination, sorry, that type of piece coordination, I guess. So that's why h3, and also because you have a extra square for your king. And now it's just double the rooks, and we try to simplify. And yeah, I was looking at some lines here, like for example, when he takes, I was looking at this. Is that a move? Yeah, it is winning, and it's an excellent way to simplify, I guess, but you don't have to go for it. The engine is telling me that I should play rook d6, and this is still very, very winning. Because the only move is queen h5, and then after that, moves such as queen h7, and we have like such an easy endgame. Okay, good game in general. Good game. All right, let's keep playing. We're gonna move on to another one. Ooh. That is the dead run. Okay. Thank you for the follows, by the way, Niaz and Darian. Appreciate it.
Rafael Ogondo.
Raphael, thank you for the follow as well. Okay, let's play another one. All right. Another Sicilian. Lovely. This is the type of chess that I like to play. When it is Sicilian defense, I can't complain. It's what I enjoy, especially if it is the Dragon Sicilian like this guy is playing right now. This is the type of chess that everyone should play. Jesus Christ, why is it so hard? Why do we have so many D4 nerds? Too many D4 nerds, if you ask me personally. And D5. D5, it's a line that I know very well. I'm going to surprise him with King B1. Let's see how prepared he is. Taking the pawn is a blunder, but we'll see if he's able to see it. And he took it. We already won the game because of knight takes c6. So King B1 is a very sneaky approach that wins the game on the spot because he lets you have an extra piece. And that's why I love it, because many people fall for this. And now, I was looking at this line not long ago. And when you play it, there is a key move that I usually miss, which is bishop b5. So far we have 100% accuracy, and this game is sort of cooked. Because exactly, a6 is not a problem because we go a4 and then we challenge the bishop. And this is why it is so good. And also it prevents rook here, so he doesn't have a way to harass the knight. So now we go bishop here. We are targeting the only decent piece that he has. And that's why it is so good to play bishop b5 in this line. So we're going to win this game. It's a matter of technique now in the endgame. We're up a minor piece. And black has no compensation. And all of because of King b1, which is a very subtle approach. You know, like playing King b1, it's really, really hard to understand for black's perspective. Because usually what you do with d5 is to open up the center early. So you kill the counterplay with these pawns, right? You try to kill the counterplay. So that's why you go here. And the idea is that after takes, you have queen with check, right? And after that, black has sort of equalized the game. But if you play King b1, it changes everything. Because after pawn takes, you don't have the queen check. You just don't have it. And if you take the pawn, you lose your queen. So the game is over. You see, you go King b1 and it's over. You already lost. So that's why I love it. I love it. It's such a good, a small little detail that you can change. And it wins you games very, very quickly. So now it's just a matter of me not blundering, okay? Because it's already winning. So one way for me to not blunder this is to, first of all, change the board. And now we're going to try to trade as many pieces as possible. But we have to do it right. So I was looking at knight here, which looks okay. But at the same time might be a problem. What about knight c6? If I go knight c6, I'm going to need to trouble also. Alright, so we had to be careful here because I feel like we might be missing something. Yeah, I could play bishop here, defending the knight so he doesn't take it so easily. But then he has bishop fa, which it is a problem. Now, if I go knight c6, he has bishop takes, and then he takes the bishop. That's also a problem. Now, if I go here, he's going to go knight takes, bishop takes, and we hit the rook. So he can't take this one. And I think that's the move that we should play, which is also high level. It's really hard, high level move. Because it understands very well that you can't take on d3, on e3, because the bishop is attacking the rook. And then as soon as he plays something like rook here, attacking, we can move the bishop away. And then he might try to put some pressure on the bishop, but then we have rook d1, and we should be fine. Okay, so knight here, and everything should be solved. Okay, so we take. And take. And we're fine. We are just fine. I could attack the rook with bishop here. But I think that is exactly what he wants. So instead, we're just gonna drop back or get the bishop out of the way. I could play bishop here. Yeah, I'm gonna go here, I guess. Bishop here, preventing this. It's not that it matters that much. Now we should also threaten this. Because the bishop's still defending the rook. And yeah, it's... We have traded so many pieces also. It's going to be very hard for black to make a comeback. It's only on me if I lose. Hi, Griselda. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Yeah, if I ever lose this game, it's totally a you problem. You are the problem because this is completely winning. I think I'm gonna call it upset this game. We've been streaming for 3 hours. That's too much, chats. I'm a super nerd. We're gonna go on bishop takes f7 anyways, you know?
Xenotype.
No, bishop takes f7 blunders the bishop. ¿De qué parte de Chile eres? Soy de San José de Maipo, Santiago de Chile. I need a favor, man. Maybe you can help me with something. I need to solve a problem for my stream. Yes, you can send me a DM. I can have a look at that. Maybe I can help you. Yeah, he simply resigns. And I think this is a perfect game, chat. I think it's very close to 98, 99% accuracy. Damn.
WN Kern WN.
Damn. He just resigned. And I think we did such a good job there. We calculated everything like a fucking GM. Where are you from? I'm from Chile, South America. It was 97. I wonder what was the mistake. Because I think I did everything perfectly fine. I think everything was perfect until bishop b3. So what was the problem? Yeah, only 97. I thought it was... No, now on a deeper analysis, the engine says that it's 98. 98.7. But what was the mistake? Is it bishop f4? Probably bishop f4 is the only weird move. Let's have a look. So yeah, for those of you who were thinking that bishop takes f7 is a move, no, because he can simply take the bishop. Remember, there is a hanging bishop on e3. All right, let's have a look. So we have d4 takes, knight c3, and then the sneaky king b1. It's such a good move, chat, because it basically forces black to get out of their comfort zone immediately. And after pawn takes, it's over. You just lost the game. Knight takes, queen takes, and then the intermediate move that everyone misses, right? Knight takes, and now you're just up a piece. And then after... Ah, look at that. Okay, so for the next time, you avoid all these complications by simply playing bishop takes. That was the little mistake. And next time I'll remember that. In case that it happens again, obviously. Right? So we had a problem in our position, which was the bishop on e3. So the engine... That's why the engine prefers bishop takes d2. And that was the only inaccuracy I feel that we play. Which is not even that bad, but it is a move. It is a move, it is a problem. Okay. So now, after that, the engine prefers that I go here also. But I think that's just a matter of taste. Okay. We just develop everything. And yeah, we have only 2 moves that were weird. And then knight here takes, bishop takes, and then... Oh, so the engine says that this is okay. And it is okay. Because if I take this one. So this is what you were saying, boy. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. I didn't see it. I thought that it was a blunder. But you're totally right. So I can't take on f7. I thought that it wasn't possible because if I take, he takes this one. But he can't. Because I take the rook. And if he doesn't do that, for example, if he goes, like, I don't know, like, if I take, and he takes the rook first, I take and the bishop is out of the way. So there was still room for improvement, obviously. But 98% accuracy is still very good. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I didn't see it because I'm a bum. But yeah, you're totally right. I try to remember that. He means a free bishop. When? Oh, here you say that he missed a free bishop, but I take the rook. I take the rook. That's what I calculated. And yeah, we can play bishop f4, but bishop takes f7 was also a move. Damn, next time I can play like that. Like, this line is very resourceful, and I like it. I prefer this one, because the engine says that in this position, you should play knight here immediately. And I guess it's okay. But I prefer bishop e5, because I saw this maneuver. a6 is not a problem. You go a4 and then b3, and you challenge the light square bishop. So something like that I was looking at. But I guess it's okay. Alright, next time I play this, and then I'll take on f7. I'll take on f7, and that's so scary also. Like, you take on f7, and it's like, bro hasn't blundered a single thing. Bro is Magnus Carlsen, basically. Alright. Nice. Okay, free bishop, elo 700 will do that. Alright, so 98% accuracy. What a game to end the stream. Damn, bro. Bro is just a menace sometimes. Only sometimes. But when it is, bro is actually a GM. 2500. Damn. Alright, chat. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely evening. Have a good night. And I might be back later. Probably no. I'll play some video games. Alright. Yeah. Take it easy. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good one.